We've created a document. Let's draw something. For this one, we're going to draw a little self-portrait over the next few videos. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to the first of the toolboxes that we actually want. We got rid of all these in the last couple of videos. Let's get one back that we want. I'm going to go to Windows and pull out my Dockable Dialogues and pull up my layers. Okay, when we're dealing with images and image editors, each layer is like a see-through layer of paper, and so they all stack on top of each other, and unless they've got something on, you can see through them. It reads them top to bottom. Let's create a new one. So I've got some options. You can leave the defaults for most of them. It's telling you it's the same size as the image right now, and what kind of fill do you want? I could have a white, I could have the foreground, or I could have the background. I want transparent. Okay, so now I've got this new layer. It's on top of my other layer, but they're both see-through at the moment. Let's draw something. I'm going to grab the rectangle tool. There's also a circle tool, a polygon, freeform draw tool, and a magic wand, and a few others. We'll look at those later. I'm going to grab a rectangle and I'm going to draw it. There we go. Now I've got a selection right now. I've not actually done anything. I've just told the computer I'm interested in this shape on this layer. Let's put something in it. I'm going to grab the fill bucket tool. I'm going to choose a color. Now I made this video a couple of times earlier, so I've already chosen the color, but I'm just going to choose a fleshy color. There we go. And I'm going to click in my box. Now, at the moment, if I try and do something else, it's not going to let me. And that's because I've still got this box selected. So before I can move on, I need to deselect my box. And I can do that by right-clicking, select, and none. Or I can use the keyboard shortcut, which is Shift-Control-A, which is what I'll be doing from now on. Okay, I've got my first layer done. It's a square with a colour in. It is the basis of my self-portrait. I'm going to start adding to this. So let's add some circles for the eyes. I'm going to create a new layer because that's going to let me move the eyes independent of the face. So let's say eyes. There we go. And now let's start drawing. So I want a nice circle. Now I could spend ages trying to get this perfectly circular, but actually if you hold Shift, it forces a circle. There we go. And we're going to fill it. I'm going to go get white, and I'm going to fill the box with white. There we go. I've got a circle, and I'd quite like another one. I wonder if I can Control-C, Control-V. I can. That's good. Alright, so now I can have two. Perfect. Now you might notice that when I copied and pasted, it created something funny called a floating selection. Basically, this is not currently on its own layer. It's floating in between layers. So before I can move on, I need to put that on a layer. I'm going to right-click and say to new layer, and now it's on its own layer. Okay, right, what have we done? Let's recap. So we can create a new layer by clicking on the new layer button. We can have as many as we want, and they're all see-through, and they read top to bottom. We can draw on those layers by grabbing a selection tool, drawing a shape, and filling it with the fill bucket. When we're done with it, we can deselect by right-clicking, select and none, or we can do Control-Shift-A, and it goes. We also saw that you can copy and paste. If you have something selected, and you hit Control-C and Control-V, it will paste it, and then we can move it around to where we want it, and right-click and say to new layer to put it there. But since I don't want a third eye, I'm going to delete that one by dragging it into the bin. Alright, in the next video we'll look at how we might move some things around.